with the good forgiveness that you have. Ya Kareem. Allah. He goes into the masjid and he prays. And he prays as if there is nothing around him. Imam Hassan, when he would, people would read Quran, some people would recite Quran in front of him. And anytime he hears, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, he goes, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. As the ayah is being revealed on him, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu. The interaction with the Quran al-Kareem, you see. Imam Hassan, you see him sometimes to the life of Imam Hassan. And again, the events are numerous with Imam Hassan, what he was doing. You see sometime one of his maids came and trying to do wudu, help him with wudu. And the thing that she carries water in falls on the hands of Imam Hassan and sort of hurts his hand. And then he was a little bit upset, but of course this maid gave him ran and gave him a flower. Here's a flower. He says, go, you are free from the path of Allah. Imam Hassan, 25 years. For 25 years consecutively, Imam Hassan does Hajj walking on his feet from Medina to Mecca. Throughout the whole desert. 25 years, ulama Seerah say, 25 years every year, every Hajj, Imam Hassan walks on his feet in the middle of the desert from Medina all the way to Mecca. And the najaib, and the camels, and the horses, and the mules, people are bringing them right in front of him. He said, Ibn Rasulullah, please ride. He says, no, I am ashamed from Allah to go to his house, ride to do something, I will walk on my own feet. 25 years. Abu Nu'aym في الحلية الأولياء الإمام أبو نعيم حافظ رحمه الله, he said الإمام الحسن خرج عن ماله مرتين. It means he gave all his money twice in his life. Totally, he walked out. Kharaja means he walked out. He walked out of all his money entirely, 100%, twice during his life. For Allah. And then Abu Nu'aym says, وَقَاسَمَ اللَّهَ فِي مَالِهِ ثَلَاثَ مَرَّاتٍ. And he shared Allah with his money 3 times. Yani meaning he gave Allah 50% of his money 3 times during his life. Subhanallah. 3 times during his life. He gives everything he has. Abu Nu'aym says so much that sometimes he would have nothing left but his pair of shoes. So he would give 1 pair of shoes sadaqah and he would keep 1 pair for himself. Allahu Akbar. He was walking one time. Now again, we can't really go through so many things. We are in the Rawdah of Imam al-Hassan. This is the anwar of Imam al-Hassan coming. He's walking. Some fuqara, a group of fuqara, masakeen, poor people. What are they doing? They picked some pieces of bread from the street where people walk. You know how the faqir is. Faqir, there's nothing. So there's nothing. Whatever there is, they eat. And say, Alhamdulillah. Huh? Good food, bad food, expired food, Bismillah. Huh? You see the ghani, the rich person, how many calories does have? Diet. 15 grams of this, 30 grams of this, 20 grams, don't, my blood pressure goes, my this goes. Al-faqir, Bismillah, he eats everything. Bismillah, barakah. Subhanallah, there is barakah. Now that when he is calculating everything, he has a calculator, how many? And Imam Hassan sees these people, they're picking up pieces of bread from the street. Fuqara, they barely have something to wear. And they're sitting on the side of the street and they're eating these pieces that are sort of covered with mud and things on the street. They see Imam Hassan coming, they said, Yabna Rasulullah, come sit and eat with us. Imam Hassan sits next to them and he eats with them and he says, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna Allah la yuhibbul mutakabbirin. Allah does not love the mutakabbirs. He was sitting with them like he was one of them. So you couldn't tell who was who, except by the nur, sallallahu radiallahu ta'ala anhu wa alayhi salam. Imam Hassan goes in, a man comes to him, and he is cursing him. He's cursing Imam Hassan, calling him names. This, you're that, your father is this, your father is that, etc. All these things. Well, Imam Hassan is sitting and not saying anything until the man was done. Imam Hassan smiled and said, "Are you done?" He said, "Yes, I'm done." "How are you going to answer this?" He says, "Ayyuha Shaykh, oh Shaykh." And Shaykh means older person. He says, "You seem like you're a stranger. You're not from this Medina. You're not from Medina. You seem like you're traveled here, and maybe you have made a mistake. If you are hungry, we have prepared food for you. And if you need a place to stay, then I have a place for you to stay in Medina, in my home, until the day you leave this Medina. And if you need some money, then we have some spare money that we can give you, so it can help you on your trip wherever you go." The man looked at him and he started crying, and he said, "Allahu a'lamu haythu yaj'alu risalata." Allah knows best where He puts His message. Allah knows where the message should be, in which family the message should be. A man comes to him and asks him. He never said no. Never said no. Anyone, any beggar. They told him, Ya Aba Muhammad, how come? This is the 5th Khalifa Rashid, by the way. Imam Hassan is the 5th righteous Khalifa. Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, Ali, Hassan. No. They said, Ya Aba Muhammad, Ya Imam, Ya Ibn Rasulullah, how come any beggar who comes to you, you never say no? They don't need it. They're begging you. He said, "You don't understand. I am a beggar myself. I beg from Allah. And since I'm a beggar, I understand what beggars feel. Therefore, a beggar can never reject a beggar." How can a beggar reject another beggar? I am a beggar from Allah, and I don't deserve it. And they are beggars, they are all getting from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. A man comes and knocks his door. People, if they knock your door and they don't say anything, in the old days, then you know they're strangers. And Imam Hassan didn't open the door fully, because the stranger opened the door and stood behind the door. He said, "Who's this?" The man seems like a Bedouin. He told him a couple of lines of poetry. I will translate it for you after I say it in Arabic. He told Imam Hassan, "لم يبق لي شيء يباع بدرهم تكفيك رؤية منظري عن مخبري إلا بقايا ماء وجه صنته كي لا يباع وقد وجدتك مشتري." It means, he didn't say anything. He told them 2 lines of poetry, the man. What are these lines of poetry? He told them the meaning, "I have nothing left that I can sell even for 1 dirham. Nothing. I sold everything I have, and I have nothing left that I can even sell for 1 pound. تكفيك رؤية منظري عن مخبري." If you look at me, at my face, and how I look, you can tell. I don't have to tell you anything. إلا, the only thing I have, بقايا ماء وجه صنته. I only have my honor and dignity on my face that I preserved. And I found you. I came to you because you are a one who, if you are asked, you would not violate people's dignity and honor. When you give, you don't make people feel like you've given them. When you give, you preserve the honor of people and the dignity of people. You don't make them feel less. That's why I came to you. Imam Hassan did not open the door, kept the door closed, so he doesn't see his face. And he replied to him with 2 lines of poetry as well. He said, "عاجلتنا فأداك وابل برنا طلا ولو أخرتنا لم نقصري فخذ القليل وقل كأنك لم تبع ما صنته وكأننا لم نشتري." He told him, basically the meaning, عاجلتنا means you surprised me with your visit. عاجلتنا. But here you will have our gift. He looked back, he found his daughter Fatima. He said, "Ya Fatima, bring me what we have in the house." "What do we have?" She said, "Father, we have 4,000 dirhams." He said, "Bring it to me." She said, "Ya Father, should I bring 1/4 of it, half of it, 1/3 of it?" He said, "Bring it to me." She said, "Father, how much of it should I bring?" He said, "Bring the 4,000 to me." He took the 4,000.